Welcome. So, some of you read something that I shared recently and felt it immediately. I always know because of the engagement. Not motivated or hyped, just something kind of landed with you. Others of you felt irritated, or you brushed it off, or you said, okay, but what am I supposed to do with that? I totally get it. So, today I want to talk about that split because it actually matters more than most women realize. All right. Real change doesn't usually show up the way that we expect it to. It doesn't come with this like surge of motivation. It doesn't feel inspiring, and it absolutely does not announce itself with confidence. Most of the time, it's actually really quiet. So quiet that a lot of women assume they're still waiting for that moment, when in reality, the moment has already passed them by, so to speak. So, the women listening to this, you're not lazy. You're not uninformed. You're not lacking discipline. You've actually handled responsibility and pressure and careers and families and actually really big complex lives for decades, which is exactly why being told to try harder, be more consistent, just follow the plan eventually stops working completely. Not because your effort doesn't matter, but because effort without what I think of as internal authority has a shelf life. So at some point, the issue stops being what to do and it becomes who's making the decision. And this is the part that does not get talked about very often, in my opinion, because it's uncomfortable and it doesn't sell well, just to be honest with you. It doesn't sell well. A lot of women aren't stuck because you don't know enough. You're stuck because you're still outsourcing your certainty. You want reassurance before you move. You want confidence before you decide. You want guarantees before you commit. You want someone to say, absolutely, this is going to work for you. Absolutely, you won't fail this time. And the truth is, those reassurances may feel good, but they do not create momentum. What it does is give you this temporary sort of relief. And the longer you stay in that reassurance seeking mode, the harder it becomes to trust at all. And that's not a flaw. I'm just pointing out a pattern. Doing this for 10 plus years, that is the pattern that I see. And this is why messages like the one I shared recently land so differently. Some women feel this sort of recognition. It's not excitement or like a motivation, but it's this quiet internal, oh. Others, however, get irritated. They're like, what am I supposed to do with that? This feels vague. This isn't helpful. I'm here to say, like, both reactions make sense. I get it. Irritation is often your nervous system's response to your identity being challenged. Recognition shows up when you're already close to deciding. Same message, different timing, different output. It's just that one of those reactions creates movement, creates action. So the decision that changes a woman's life is almost never dramatic. In fact, it's not like, I'll try again, I'm finally motivated, this time I won't mess it up. More often, it's really a lot quieter than that. It sounds like, I am done negotiating with myself. I'm done giving up on myself. I don't have to be convinced anymore. I trust myself to move on this without reassurance because there are none in life. And from the outside, that looks actually really boring. Less explaining, less emotional urgency, less performing, like this commitment. But from the inside, it feels very stabilizing. Now, this is the part that matters, so lean in and listen. Deciding does not mean you're going to suddenly succeed no matter what you do. Physiology still matters, strategy still matters, metabolism still doesn't respond to just motivation. A woman can be deeply decided and still struggle if she's following approaches that don't respect how the midlife body actually works. So decision doesn't replace strategy, but what it does is make you available for the right strategy. It makes you available to apply it fully without bargaining or second guessing or abandoning discomfort when that shows up, because it will. And that's when the real work finally has something solid to like stand on, a foundation to build on. And some of you listening to this will feel absolutely steadied by it. Others of you will be irritated or unmoved. That's fine. None of that needs to be fixed. That moment cannot be rushed. That cannot be forced. It cannot be outsourced. But once it happens, everything else finally has a foundation strong enough for you to build on. If this landed for you, you already know. And if it didn't, that's information for you too. So I'm going to leave it right there today. As always, thank you for being here. I so appreciate your time, and I absolutely love sharing these messages with you. And I'll see you right back here next time.